Even your critics would probably say you are different. Here's a direct question for you.
Hello, my name is Davis Fleetwood. I'm from Groton, Massachusetts. My question is for Dennis Kucinich. After watching the first several debates, which seemed more like conversations than actual debates, we're all clear out here that you Democrats are united. We get it. But we have a very important decision to make coming up very soon, and Americans desperate for a change need to know. Congressman Kucinich, how would America be better off with you as president than we would be if either Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama became president?
What do you have that Senator Clinton and Senator Obama do not have?
Well, first of all, a clear record as having not only opposed the war from the very beginning, the only one on the stage who actually voted against the war, and also the only one on the stage who voted against funding the war 100% of the time. You know, we're here at the Citadel. I want the people of the Citadel to know that I mourn the passing of those people who gave their lives. But I also would not hesitate to call upon you to defend this country. But I'll never send you in pursuit of a political agenda or a lie. Just like my father before me, and like my who served in the Marines, and my brother who served in the Marines in Vietnam, and my nephew who served in Iraq, I believed in duty and honor, and I think it's important to have those commitments to this country. And so I say we achieve strength through peace. That's the new doctrine that I'm going to promote throughout this campaign, that we use the science of human relations and diplomacy, that we pursue an approach which says that you can use international agreements and treaties, and that you can work to settle your differences without committing the young men and women to war unless it's absolutely necessary.
Senator Clinton, you were involved in that question. I want to give you a chance to respond. 30 seconds.
Well, I think the Democrats are united, as Davis said, and we are united for change. We cannot take another 4 or 8 years of Republican leadership that has been so disastrous for our country. The issue is which of us is ready to lead on day one. I have 35 years of being an instrument and agent of change before I was ever a public official. And during the time that I've been privileged to serve as First Lady and now as Senator, I've worked to bring people together, to find common ground where we can, and then to stand our ground where we can't.
Senator Obama, you were involved in the question as well.
Well, look, I don't think this is just a Republican problem. I think this is a problem that spans the parties. And we don't just need a change in political parties in Washington. We've got to have a change in attitudes of those who are representing the people of America. Part of the reason I don't take PAC money, I don't take federal lobbyist money, is because we've got to get the national interests up front as opposed to the special interests. And that is something that I've got a track record of doing, and I think that is what the American people are looking for in this election. People of both parties as well as independents.
Our next question is for Senator Clinton.
Hi, my name is Rob Porter, and I'm from Irvine, California. I have a question for Hillary Clinton. Mrs. Clinton, how would you define the word liberal? And would you use this word to describe yourself? Thank you.
No, Rob, you know, it is a word that originally meant that you were for freedom, that you were for the freedom to achieve, that you were willing to stand against big power and on behalf of the individual. Unfortunately, in the last 30, 40 years, it has been turned up on its head, and it's been made to seem as though it is a word that describes big government, totally contrary to what its meaning was in the 19th and early 20th century. I prefer the word progressive, which has a real American meaning, going back to the progressive era at the beginning of the 20th century. I consider myself a modern progressive, someone who believes strongly in individual rights and freedoms, who believes that we are better as a society when we're working together and when we find ways to help those who may not have all the advantages in life get the tools they need to lead a more productive life for themselves and their families. So I consider myself a proud, modern American progressive, and I think that's the kind of philosophy and practice that we need to bring back to American politics.
So you wouldn't use the word liberal, you'd say progressive. Senator Gravel, are you a liberal?
I wouldn't use either word. Find something a little better than that. We've had Zach ask about change. We're not going to see any change when these people get elected. We've asked about that we're united. We're not united. I'm not united on many of their views. And I want to take on Barack Obama for a minute, who said he doesn't take money from lobbyists. Well, he has 134 bundlers. Now, what does he think that is? And besides that, he has received money from a Robert Wolf, the head of the USB Bank in the United States, who raised $195,000 from this bank, wait a second, who has lobbyists in Washington, and it's a foreign-owned bank.
Senator Obama, I'm going to have to let you respond.
Absolutely. The fact is I don't take back money and I don't take lobbyist money. And the bundlers, the reason you know that who is raising money for me, Mike, is because I helped push through a law this past session to disclose that. And that's the kind of leadership that I've shown in the Senate. That's the kind of leadership that I showed when I was a state legislator. And that's the kind of leadership that I'll show as president.
We got to end it. That's the response.
Right.
That's very much. Our next question is for